Welcome, everybody. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at Verified Investing. Today, with another episode of your stock charts. Microsoft, Google, and Amazon are all selling off today. It seems like a lot of the Magnificent Seven are starting to get more and more out of favor because they're not these sexy names. They're not the exotic SanDisks or Microns. They're not the memory or AI plays. Even though they're starting to get more and more AI-ish, they're not the sexy plays again. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to identify some key support levels on those three charts: Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. Tesla is actually into a key support level, but it does have SpaceX coming up as an IPO. If the support level holds, I do have an upside resistance where a lot of profit takers are likely sitting. These charts have been respecting support and resistance, unlike a lot of the other memory plays that have just blown through support and resistance. So let's go ahead and jump into those charts. First one we're going to go over is Microsoft. Downsloping trend line. You got a pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit, finally broke above. You notice we never made a continuation move, got into this resistance, and then all of a sudden the following day sold off massively. Price action then tried to get back above it after we put in this nice bottom. But because this was so much resistance, there were a lot of people who were caught off guard on the chart of Microsoft. That's why we're getting this continued sell-off. The first level of support for me on Microsoft is $413.58. As you can see, previous support became resistance. Previous resistance, now that we've broken above it, is going to be support. And so I would be looking at the chart of Microsoft for $413.58, knowing that because this downsloping trend line had respected resistance as many times as it has, even retraces the scene of the crime, that you have additional support if we end up dropping back down to $393.11. For me, this is the starting point for a swing trade. For those of you who are a little bit more conservative, $366.82 would be that, not only the retest of this downsloping trend line, but a ton of price consolidation. So I did mention 413.58 because really this is your line in the sand. Based on all of this current or previous price action in the charts, if you're really aggressive, this is your first entry point. For me, I would be waiting for a 393 level, and then more conservative traders than me, 366.82. Now, this could be an opportunity based on this current price action where we're getting this nice sell-off. If you did decide to dollar cost average in something like Microsoft, this would be your first level, could be your ad level, and then your additional ad level. If it does start closing below 366.82 on a daily closing basis, recapturing this downsloping trend line to the downside, your next major support is 344.70. On the upside, because we've already hit this resistance once, what I would like to see is price to get a nice bid off of this previous gap, get up to 465.82 or 465.42, and then your next level of resistance is going to be this previous support level, which now is resistance at $485.11. Excuse me. Google has this nice upsloping trend line. I mentioned this respected support and resistance levels. Here's this support, second, third, fourth hit, finally broke down, got a nice bid. It looked like we were going to recapture this upsloping trend line. But then the following day got a nice rejection and then the continuation of this sell-off. So what did we do? Then we created this nice upsloping trend line. Pivot low here, secondary hit, third hit. In a normal market, third hit favors a bounce back up to this upsloping trend line. As you can see, this upsloping trend line was support. Once it got below was resistance. So what I'm looking at is now we've reversed the trend. Now we're no longer in an uptrend. We are starting this downtrend. Your first level of support on Google is going to be $349.51. This was previous support level. And based on the fact that previous price action had respected support and resistance, this is your first level that I would be looking to play Google. This isn't a swing trade. This is just a short scalp. If you're a little bit more aggressive, this could be your entry price for a swing trade, but you got to respect the current downtrend on Google. And so if it does get to this level and it does close below this on a daily closing basis, it would recapture this pivot top, and all this support would then become resistance. And then you're going to see a nice sell-off. Your next level of support, you zoom out in the charts, pivot top here, respected the resistance, and then all of a sudden, once we got above it, It hasn't come back in and retraced the support level. So 326.45 is going to be that next level of support. This is the area that I would maybe start inching in, but again, still too aggressive for me. What I would be looking for is this prior gap in the charts, low pivot point, secondary hit, third hit, finally got back below, but then we consolidated over a couple days right underneath it and haven't come back and retraced it. So for me, I would be looking for a sub $300 level on Google. Now, the move from the pivot top all the way down, that would be a 27% move to the downside. And that would be more interesting to me on a trade for Google. If I was looking to exit my trade and I thought there was more upside potential, what I would do is exit my trade at $426.98 on a retrace, either to this upsloping trend line, or if I was a little bit more conservative, I would exit on another hit of this upsloping trend line about 425. I don't see that happening based on the current downtrend. Trends can change in an instant. So this is just identifying where the next level of resistance is going to be. If for some reason we do get a bounce off this 349 level, then the probabilities do indicate that we're likely to head back higher. Amazon, again, another down draw or drawdown today in the markets. You zoom way out in the charts. Nope. I only go back to here. So this was pivots in the charts, consolidation right in this area, pivot low, pivot low. Your first level of support is going to be $246.03. Normally what happens after you break out of an all-time high, you get a continuation move, and that's what happened. But then it wasn't sustainable for Amazon, and so then we came back and retested the scene of the crime of the breakout, came back up, failed to take out this pivot top, so the bulls were still in charge. And so now all of a sudden we're back below this previous pivot high, below $258.74. So now we're in a downtrend. And look at this pattern. You've got this pivot low to the pivot high, had this pivot low, pivot high, and now we're trading back down. So on a technical basis, because of this M pattern, you would wait for a retrace to about 258.74, and that's where your shortable level is, knowing that if it does close below the midline of this M pattern, you would just stop out on a daily closing basis above. Aggressive traders, 246.03. Again, a ton of support in this area. For me, I would be waiting for this previous pivot low, secondary pivot low here, as well as all of this price consolidation. So on a technical basis, for me, I would have to wait for a $212.10 level. If you're a little bit more aggressive, you can start around 220 to 213. But for me, this would be my level, knowing I've got additional support at this pivot low right here at about $196. So this is something, 12% drop or 13% drop on Amazon, and I would just dollar cost average. There is additional support if we do break these levels at $180.57 all the way down to $166.80. You never know when price action is actually going to respect the support levels, which is one of the reasons we have to identify where the next level is once it breaks. If you're getting into these trades, make sure that you have a nice tight stop out, confirmation below, daily close below, whatever your series of metrics is for your personal trading, and then identify the next level of support. Every once in a while, you're going to get a support level that fails to give you support. And so dollar cost averaging in works for some people, but not everybody. And so if that's your strategy to stop out, look for that next level of support. And I've given you all of those. Last but not least is Tesla. Again, we have the SpaceX IPO coming up. So here's this level. We're into a ton of resistance on Tesla. Ton of price consolidation. As you can see, we've stopped right here at this resistance level at $452.49. This is your line in the sand. I actually anticipate a nice bid to the upside, especially now that you have this upsloping trend line that Tesla has respected. So this is the line in the sand on the way up. So if we do break below this upsloping trend line on a daily closing basis, I would look to re-enter it at 379.68. Or if you're a little bit more conservative, 342.62 is really the line in the sand. That if we do break this upsloping trend line, you're going to have a nice sharp sell-off. This is going to be your first level of support. But I'm a little bit more conservative, so 342.62 would be that entry price for me. On the upside, if we can break above $454.45, here's a nice upsloping trend line. Pivot low here, Secondary hit, got a bit above. Third hit, finally broke down, continued the move, retraced it. This is telling me that the people are respecting this upsloping trend line. So if we do get above 454.45, then your next level of resistance is going to be this pivot top here. But really, I think it's coming to this underbelly of this upsloping trend line around $527.60. Again, right now, these stocks are not really in favor. So I would rather, instead of trying to catch a falling knife, I would like to see a support level or trend line break before I entered any of these trades, because right now they're kind of bearish. And it's interesting to see that the rest of the markets aren't necessarily following these anymore. These used to be the market makers, and now they're kind of out of favor. And so we have to look for other stocks in order to see what's really moving the markets. But again, these are the Mag 7. This is what everybody trades. So that's why I went over those. You guys have a great rest of your day. Oh, if you guys are getting something out of this, please make sure you're liking, you're following, subscribing, and sharing with those friends, so that way they can get the same market information. We'll see you guys next time.